Once you have caught or checked an error, there are several actions that you can choose to pursue. The first is the notification. You can choose to notify the user if it is an error that will prevent their request from going through, or if it will impact their use of the system. One way this could be handled using the email example would be to notify the user that the attachment could not be downloaded because the name was too long. Another notification option is to notify the programmer in some way, either via email or with a log file. Windows now logs most errors in the background instead of posting notices to the screen. In most cases, you never even realize something has gone wrong. A third notification option is to notify the program, but not the user or the programmer. When returning a diagnostic, an object can have built-in ways to handle when certain errors occur that will not cause the program to crash. This example shows how the return value of remove details was changed from void to Boolean so that when the method is called, it will automatically test if the item can be removed or not. Some errors and exceptions happen and there is nothing that can be done about them, so the programmer codes around the error. This allows software to continue functioning while catching the error and dealing with it as the programmer sees fit. When the programmer knows to expect an error or just tests in all cases where there can be an error, they can code their classes to be able to catch them. Making errors into exceptions allows for the programmer to have control over what the system will do when the error occurs. Exceptions are thrown by the system either automatically, using a try-catch statement, or specifically when you use the keywords throw new exception type. Here is an excellent example of how to create a new exception. Here you see construction, object, and documentation for an exception. All of your checked exceptions will be part of the standard exception class. Unchecked exceptions are a subclass of runtime exception, which is used for unexpected failures. Using checked exceptions when you anticipate a failure will allow an opportunity for you to code a recovery. Recoveries are not always possible, especially when a critical error is caught. In those cases, it is best to exit gracefully, using a message to the user and closing down the application once the user clicks OK on the message box. In most cases, when used properly, failures are fully recoverable and there is no interruption for the end user.